I don't do many lives. I sit here and see if we get any type of an audience at all, but I don't typically do a bunch of live videos. Not only do I not really care about doing them, but here's what I've found lately is that the circulation of our videos was not getting what it was 2 years ago, a year ago, now 6 months ago. And I think it's perhaps because of what our content's been in the past. But I want to do this one live to see if by any chance it was shadow banned the way some of the other things we've done have been. But I want to break some stereotypes. I'm going to tell you very clearly like what our experience has been for 3 years, what's happened at our business here in Tennessee, what we do, and the feedback that we've gotten from the American public. I think it's very telling whether 50 people see this or not. But we are, and I'm bound under a non-disclosure to really tell you exactly what it is that we do, so I can only kind of tell you. But we are a contractor. We do a lot of background checks, upwards of 80 a day. Today we did, it's kind of a slow day, we did 36 and 6. We did 42 background checks today. It's right before Christmas, so it's expected to be slow. But in the 3 years that we've been doing background checks for El Gobierno, that's the nicest way I can say it, we have had a startling realization that everything that we've learned in a lot of these conspiracy theories and what we hear from people and feedback from people moving to Tennessee, we're in Tennessee, has been a stark reality for us. We probably have each day more than a handful of people that have moved to Tennessee from California. We have more than a handful of people that move here from New York, New Jersey, other states. And when they walk into our facility, we are a security company, first of all. So, we do security surveillance and access control. We also do other things related to security, which everything related to personal defense, self-defense. You can imagine what those are, right? So out of the thousands of people that we've had walk in and out of our doors the last 3 years, and I do mean thousands of people, we have had 4 instances where people were somewhat alarmed about what was in our facility. And when I mean in our facility, right, I mean, those things. They are here for purchase. They are here for the general public to buy. They're here for police, law enforcement, our first responders to come in and buy them. They're also here for the general public to come in and buy them. Most people do not in any way look like they are fearful or concerned. There's 2 stereotypes I want to break right now. One is thinking that there's 40% of Americans that are offended, scared, don't want to see, or alarmed by seeing GUNS, right? We had one person out of the thousands that have been in our doors, literally walk into our lobby, sit back in the chair, put her hand on her forehead and say, "I'm so triggered." Now, I got to tell you, it was really hard for me not to say, "Triggered." Well, how fitting is that you're here and you say you're triggered. It was all I could do not to make fun of her. But I didn't. I restrained myself and didn't make fun of her. But literally 4 people that we can think of. And the other ones were a little more calm about it. One was right after there was a shooting at one of the schools out in Texas. And a lady walked in and she said, "Wow, I'm kind of alarmed by this. I wasn't expecting to walk in here and see this." Our shop manager was very kind and he said, "Don't worry. None of those are going to jump off the wall and do anything to you. It takes a person to do that." And I think she realized that she was not going to be received well in here with having a bunch of negative comments to say about our Second Amendment rights. Here's the other stereotype that's broken. Every single day in our shop, this stereotype is broken. Our number one customer in here, and I think it's because the people who come in here to get the background checks do not realize they're walking into a facility that also sells Second Amendment right tools and that sells personal defense items. And listen, we carry everything from non-lethal to lethal. So we're not ignoring or we're not in any way trying to be prejudiced against those who really don't care to have a firearm. I don't understand it, but I do understand that there are people that operate that way. So we carry tasers, we carry stun guns, we carry pepper spray and pepper gel and all the types of things that you could use to legally protect yourself from somebody who is an attacker. But here's a stereotype I'm going to break today. That stereotype is that black people or black women or the Democrats are more against guns than anyone else. I will tell you, our number one customer that walks into our facility, not realizing they're coming in, that ends up being a customer, is someone about my age that's a black woman and some of them will say, don't tell my family. I told them before, don't buy guns, but I think we need to buy guns. That stereotype has changed. There is no longer a racial or age defining line between those who do want to carry firearms and those who do not want to carry firearms. There is a very clear, there used to be maybe a more clear delineation. I don't know if that's true or not, if it was just something that the media made up. But I will tell you that today in this age, a lot of people are very happy to carry a firearm. And here's the last thing that I want to bring out in the open. All these people that are moving here from other states. Now, they are particular states, right? Because we get more people exiting those that have more draconian type laws. And we see what just happened again in California today. Did you see that? Where Governor Newsom said that, what did he say? Or passed some kind of a state law or something was proposed in legislature. I think he made an executive state order. Check me on this and please post a link below. I don't necessarily know exactly where to find this. Something like if you sell toys, if you're in a toy store, you sell toys, you must have a section dedicated to gender neutral toys. Bull. That's what I think about that, Governor Newsom. You know how many Americans feel that way? You know why so many people are leaving your state, you asshat? It's because they realize you are a moron. They're leaving because the taxes are high. They're leaving because your laws are out of control. They're leaving because you no longer represent the Constitution. They're leaving because you have ruined the state. I cannot tell you how many Californians come in here who loved living on the California side of Tahoe or who loved living in San Bernardino years ago or even San Francisco 25 years ago. They loved being there, but they don't want to be there anymore. They don't want to be there anymore because your laws have overrun their civil liberties and their rights. People are tired of it. We know that California's lost 1.6% of its population in the major metropolitan areas. You're trying to keep people from leaving by penalizing people who have businesses that are leaving, by trying to tax those who are leaving. The rest of America doesn't know this. They don't know that people are getting taxed for trying to leave California. All they want to do is leave, take their business somewhere else, and get out of the state. It is a shame. It is a shame of what is being allowed to happen. But I put a little short video up a few minutes ago which said something like, when a government refuses to protect its border and refuses to protect a fair election, it is time for a new government. Newsom, California, New Jersey, Virginia, the states that have overrun our people. It is time for a new government and for you to be removed. That's all I have to say.